It's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. They juked it. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Okay, so time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gooo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gooo to kick off. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week, now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
After the sack on first down, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Really nice play there by Perrion Winfrey, getting through the blockers and making sure to stick him behind the line of scrimmage.
Steal, check, steal.
2nd and 13. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that, made the play.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Watson off play action. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Watson now to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Here's Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ready?
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The Falcons at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Claude Ray. Hey, talk deal. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 33 yards that time. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Walker, given that O-line fits, he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They're going to look to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gooo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Gooo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Watson. He finds his target, Beckham. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Although he was picked in the 3rd round, Desmond Ridder was actually the 2nd quarterback drafted in 2022. Might not have that first-round label, but we saw him make plenty of first-round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker who reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proven winner.
Here we go.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Ridder on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
Let's go now. Black Ultra.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
This pass is caught by London. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throws right back to London, complete again. Touchdown! Drake London in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gooo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their own 19-yard line.
Check you.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
2nd and 1. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Blue, green. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just...
Touchdown, Browns! Odell Beckham, 27 yards. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll give it to Patterson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run right side with Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now it's Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. York able to send this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Striker, 3-3. Claude red.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw play. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
10 cycles. Six, level.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On the ready. Right, right. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Here's a look whose job isn't done just dropping quarterbacks to the turf. Arnold locks in on the ball from the get-go and does everything possible to strip it away from the quarterback in the pocket.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here we go, set, red, cycle. Set.
On play action, they'll throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Gooo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Watson. He completes it to Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And Chubb will try the middle here. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Chubb again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Watson going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Finding Edwards. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. I don't see any flags, Charles. And in the final stages, the return touchdown has him an extra point away from tying this up.
You're exactly right. The field is clean. It's going to count.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. He'll drop to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Third and 2, Watson. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 4th down, Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with this short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a 1st down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself in position to let your kicker have at it.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Ready, blue strikers.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Watson.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Browns are going to win the football game.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Cleveland, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.